Hi there, this is Michelle from Dress Up with Michelle. Welcome back. And if this is your first time, welcome in. As you know, February is when we celebrate Valentine's Day, my daughter's birthday, and Black History Month. So, as requested, I am bringing to you a Black History Month Wreath tutorial. So, if this sounds like something that you are interested in, then keep on watching. So the first thing you'll need is this 14-inch reform, and I got this one from the Dollar Tree. Next, I have my green deco mesh. Got this online at Craft Outlet. And then I have my red deco mesh, and I have black deco mesh. Also, you're going to need some ribbon. So this was basically the only ribbon to represent Black History Month that I could find. So I'll be using this. And then I have this green glittered ribbon that I'm going to use. This is, I think, 2.5 inches. And this is also 2.5, so this says Black History. And I got this from Michael's about 2 or 3 years ago. And then I have this red satin ribbon, 2.5 inches. I believe I got this from Michael's years ago. And then I just have this black velvet ribbon. This is actually what came on the roll, just one roll. And I'm just going to use this because I can't find any more of this. This was basically in the Halloween section. So I went through my ribbon and I found this. So I'm going to use this black ribbon to help accent it. And then you'll need some pipe cleaners. So I have these green sparkly pipe cleaners that I'm going to add to the wreath. Next, you'll need some scissors, and then you'll need a rotary cutter. This helps to cut your deco mesh neatly. And then every wreath needs a sign. So I couldn't really find anything. So we are still in the month of February. So I'm going to use, or I'm going to make my own sign. So I have this heart. This is wooden heart. This comes from the Dollar Tree. This is one that I had years ago. I had painted it red already. And then I had these little small wooden hearts that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna add those to embellish the wreath as well. And then I have these black balls that I may use. These came from the Dollar Tree during Halloween time, but you can always use the black to embellish the wreaths at other times. Sometimes people use it for Christmas. And then I have these roses that I'm going to add to the wreath. And I'm going to use some green glitter to embellish my hearts, and some red glitter to embellish the hearts as well. And I have these spare wooden heart, wooden hearts. I may also decorate these also to embellish the wreath. So let's get started. So the first heart that I have here, I'm going to paint this one black. So I got this black paint from Walmart. It's about 58 cents, something like that. So I'm just going to paint the first heart black. I'm going to cut off the rope because we don't need it, because we're not hanging this up on anything. And I'm just going to shake up my black paint. And I'm just going to pour some on the heart and get to painting. And now for the small heart that I'm going to add to the center. Again, this is green acrylic craft paint that I got from Walmart. I'm gonna paint this one green. The red heart, I want this to shine a little bit or embellish it a little bit more. So I'm going to use some red glitter that you can get from Walmart. And I'm going to use some Mod Podge, but I'm using the glossy one because if you use the matte, your glitter will be matte. So I'm just going to use a little bit of Mod Podge on this red heart and then add some glitter. So I have my reform, and now I'm just gonna cut the tags off. And then I have my pipe cleaners, and I have 12 of them, but I'm gonna cut them in half so that I'll have 24. So you just fold it in half so it looks kind of even. And then I'm just going to cut in the middle. And now I have 24. And I am going to show you now, I'm going to cut my deco mesh. Now that I have my 10-inch deco mesh cut into 10-inch long strips, what I'm going to do is take one from each bundle. So you have your black and the green and the red. And I am going to curl this red mesh. Just gonna curl it, as you can see. Put that in my hand. And the next one is the black. Just rolling it on top of one another. And put that next to that one. And then the last one I have here is the green. And now I have my bundle. And try to make sure that they're all even. So I have my bundle, and I'm gonna take this pipe cleaner that I have here, fold it in half, and then what I'm going to do is wrap it in the middle of the pipe cleaner. I like to make sure that they're pretty even. As you can see. And then I'm just going to twist. And then this is a bundle, and this will go on the reform. So let me do another one. Again, I'm gonna take a red one, a green one, and a black. And I will curl the red first, in between my index finger and big finger, middle finger, and I will use the black. Just rolling it. Make sure it's even, at the same height. Let me roll this one back up. You may have some fraying, but that's, you know, what occurs with deco mesh. And then the green, just gonna roll that. These are called curls or rolls. Get my pipe cleaner, fold it in half. The pipe cleaner in half. And then just wrap it in the middle. As you can see, the pipe cleaner is pretty even. Kind of fold this. This makes it easier, and then twist. And that's it. And then I'll do the rest of the bundles and I'll be back. Okay, so now that we have our bundles of mesh cut to 10-inch sections, we're gonna move on to the ribbon. So this is the ribbon that I have. And because we cut our 10-inch mesh into 10 inches in length, I'm going to cut my ribbon in 12 inches because I want the ribbon to be seen when it's on the wreath. Okay? So I'm gonna cut to 12 inches here. See if you can see it. Get you in the frame. 10. I'm gonna cut it to 12 inches. And make sure your scissors are sharp enough. And then I have the green. I'm gonna cut that to 12 as well. Now, usually I work with 2.5 inch and 1.5, but I was not able to find any ribbon that I thought would complement the African print. So I'm probably gonna add 1 ribbon to each bundle. And then I have my red. I'm gonna cut it at 12 inches as well. This is gonna be at 12 as well. So usually I would have it, sometimes I would have it like this, layered up in the wreath, and I think that will look pretty, but because I don't have another ribbon to complement this ribbon, I'm going to just use these 3. I'm also going to do the dovetail method. So basically, just gonna take the ribbon, fold it in half, make sure these are nice and lined up, and on an angle, cut the ribbon. And then you get a nice dovetail. I'm gonna do that to this one. Again, fold the ribbon in half. And then I'm gonna cut at an angle going up, away from the edge. And there's my dovetail. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cut all my ribbon, 12 inches, do the dovetails, and I'll be right back. Well, look what I found. I found some black velvet ribbon in my Christmas stash. So I'm gonna get to cutting this 12 inches and add it to the bundles. Okay, so now that I've created all my bundles with the ribbon. I'm going to show you how to put it on the reform. So I'm adding it to 1, 2, the second and third row. So I'm just going to open up my chenille stems, and then I'm going to place it, okay, around rows 2 and 3. I'm gonna have to flip it, and then I'm just gonna give it 3 twists. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And now it's on the wreath. And then I'm gonna add the next one. So the next color is gonna be our African print. Again, just to let you know, the deco mesh can stick to one another. So we have separate the 2 chenille stems. We're adding it to rows 2 and 3. And just gonna place it around rows 2 and 3. I'm gonna flip it. And give it 2 to 3 twists. 3. And then I'm gonna slide this over. It looks like that. So I'm going to add the rest, and I'll be back. Now we're going to make our bow for the wreath. Now, I'm only using the red, black, and the African print because I didn't have enough green. And also I will be using this. Now this is a strip of green. As you can see, it's much shorter than the rest of the other ribbon. That's because this is all that I have, but I wanted to incorporate this green into the ribbon. So this is about 9 inches long, and the rest I cut at 12 inches. So what I'm going to do first, I'm gonna lay down this ribbon. So we'll do black, the red, the African print, and then the green will go on top since it is the shortest. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my strips of ribbon to make my bow, which are about 24 inches long. And basically we just kind of fold it in half so they line up, but you want them to overlap a little bit. And this will make about 11-inch loops. Yeah, about 11-inch loops. Not 11-inch, I'm sorry. In the middle, about 6-inch loops. So I'm just gonna pinch this, keep this together, and I'll use the black. Again, I'm just folding it just so it meets in the middle and overlaps just a little bit. And then I'm gonna pinch, and then I'm gonna place that underneath the red bow. That's what we have so far. And I'm gonna use the African print, fold it in half, let it meet in the middle. And try to pinch in the middle to try to make the bows about even on each side. I'm gonna place that on top. Okay, so now you have 3. And then what I'm going to do is just take these, line them up, our little strips. And what I'm going to do is place them underneath our bow. I'm gonna try to get the center of these. Then we're gonna put these underneath. And then I'm just gonna take my twist tie that I have. You can get these from the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna place it in the middle to keep everything together. And I'm gonna turn it around, keeping everything together using your fingers, and then just pull on the zip tie. I'm not gonna pull too hard because I do want to add some wire so that I can attach the ribbon to the wreath. So I have this wire here, this gauge wire. I got this from Michael's. It was $5.99. I'm sure I got it on sale. And it's a 22 gauge wire. So I'm gonna cut this using my wire cutters that I have. Make it long. Cut that. And what I'm going to do is go behind the bow, go underneath, grab it. So now when I need to attach it to the wreath, I have this here to attach to the wreath. So, and then I'll tighten up this so I can fluff my my bow. So now these are tails. And just start fluffing, spreading them apart, the tails. Fluff my bow so you can see all the tails now. I'm gonna fluff my bow. Putting my hands in between the black, the African, the red, and the black. I'll just keep fluffing to my likings. I need this green to peek through. Please peek through, green. I know you're short, but we want you to join the party. And this is coming out a little bit, so I'm gonna have to readjust this, as you can see. That can happen. I just wanted to give you an idea what the bow would look like. Something like this. Here you have it. So I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna fix this and then I'll come back with the finished bow, okay? Now that we have the different parts of the sign painted and dried, I am going to hot glue the red onto the black and then the green onto the red. So I have my glue gun, and I'm just gonna add some glue to the back. So now that we have our sign assembled, I'm gonna put that in the middle, and then we have our bow assembled. And in the middle, I just used those pipe cleaners. They were actually the same color, I don't know if you can see it, as the green ribbon, so I just used that in the middle. So I'm going to put this bow as well as the sign. The sign is gonna go in the middle, and I'm just going to use that floral wire, the 22 gauge. Remember, the heart actually was a sign, and it has these two holes. I don't know if you can see those. And I'm just gonna stick this floral wire through the hole. I need to cut this. It's getting tangled. I'm just gonna cut this off because it's all a mess. One long piece. I'd rather it be longer than shorter because you can always cut off the excess. I'm just gonna put this through the hole here. I know it's black on black, so it's kind of hard to see. I have one side. And then I'm just gonna twist just to keep it in place. And you can't even see it because it's black on black. So you really can't see the wire. Do that to the other side. You guys can see. And again, sticking it through that hole there. I'm just gonna put a knot in the back, twist, just a few twists in the back, just to keep it in place. And then I'm gonna add this to the wreath. Okay. So I'm gonna add that to the wreath. I'm just going to stick this wire, find a spot, and kind of like thread it through. And then put it there. I'll be back. Lastly, I'm going to add these little heart embellishments. Maybe one here against the black ribbon and another one over here. I'm going to just glue those on, and then I'll show you the finished wreath. Okay, I have the finished wreath. Let me back up so you can see it in its entirety. Okay, we have our bow, which turned out nice. And then those wooden hearts from Dollar Tree that I hand painted. And then remember, these are 3 hearts that I got from Dollar Tree. I just hand painted them red, black, and green. And then I added some glitter to the red one and the green one. And this is the completed wreath. Just remember to use your own imagination, be creative, because we are what? Dressing up our space. I hope you learned something or were inspired from this tutorial. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I shall be back with more videos. And I just want to say I'm sending love from me to you. Happy Black History Month. Bye.